We are going to learn how to take fractions of whole numbers. Let's dive right in. We are going to multiply 8 and 1/4. We know how to multiply fractions, but 8 is a whole number, not a fraction. Well, we can just rewrite 8 as the fraction 8/1. Now we have two fractions, and we know when we multiply fractions, we multiply the numerators together and the denominators together. 8 times 1 is 8, and 1 times 4 is 4. Finally, we just need to simplify our fraction. 8 divided by 4 is 2, and that's it. We're done. Does this answer make sense? 8 times 1/4 is the same as 1/4 of 8. If we take 8 basketballs and split them into 4 groups, there are 2 in each group. So 1/4 of 8 is 2. Great. Now let's try some more examples. Here we are multiplying 2/7 times 14. We can start by writing the whole number as a fraction. This becomes 14/1. So we have 2/7 times 14/1. Now we can multiply the numerators together and the denominators together. 2 times 14 equals 28, and 7 times 1 is 7. So we have 28/7. Lastly, we can simplify the fraction 28 divided by 7, which is 4. So that's our final answer. What happens if we have a big number like 60,000? We do the exact same thing. First, write 60,000 over 1, so our problem now reads 60,000 over 1 times 1/3. Now we can multiply the numerators to get 60,000. The denominator will be 1 times 3, or 3. So we have 60,000 over 3. Now we can simplify the fraction to get 20,000. Lastly, we have the example 5/6 times 840. Again, we can start by writing the whole number as a fraction with 1 in the denominator. We get 5/6 times 840 over 1. Now we can multiply the numerators and the denominators. If we multiply 5 times 840, we get 4,200. If we multiply 6 times 1, we get 6. We have 4,200 over 6. When we reduce this fraction, we get 700. Now it is your turn to find fractions of whole numbers.
Let's multiply fractions by whole numbers. Take a look at this example. Here we have a whole number being multiplied by a fraction. The whole number is 4, so we are taking 4 copies of this fraction. The fraction is 2/3, so after multiplying by 4, we want to know how many thirds there are in all. First, we'll multiply the whole number 4 by the numerator of our fraction, 2. 4 times 2 equals 8. Next, what should our denominator be? Because we're finding out how many thirds we have in all, we keep the same denominator as our original fraction. The denominator of 2/3 is 3, so our answer is 8/3. Excellent. Now, why do these steps work? You can think of this problem as repeated addition. So 4 times 2/3 is the same as adding 4 copies of 2/3. These fractions all have like denominators, so we can add 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, which equals 8, giving us 8/3. So 4 times 2/3 equals 8/3. 8/3 is the correct answer, but this is a fraction greater than 1. Let's change this fraction into a mixed number for our final answer. Remember, 3/3 is the same as 1 whole, which means there are 6/3 in 2 wholes. So 8/3 as a mixed number is 2 and 2/3. Great! Let's try some more examples. Let's multiply 1/4 by 7. Our fraction is 1/4. If we multiply 1/4 by 7, How many fourths do we have in all? The numerator of 1/4 is 1, which means we have 1 part in this fraction. Multiplying 1 part by 7 means we have 7 parts in all. Remember the next step? Keep the same denominator as the original fraction. 4 is our original denominator, giving us 7/4 as our answer. So 1/4 times 7 equals 7/4. This answer is already correct, but since 7/4 is greater than 1, let's change this fraction into a mixed number. 4/4 is the same as 1 whole, so 7/4 as a mixed number is 1 3/4. Great, let's try one more. This time we'll multiply 10 by 3/5. Our whole number is 10, and the numerator in our fraction is 3. So we'll multiply 10 by 3, which equals 30. Our denominator is 5, so our answer is 30/5. So 10 times 3/5 equals 30/5. We can write this answer in a simpler way. If we divide 30 by 5, we'll see how many wholes are in 30/5. 5 goes into 30 6 times, so 30/5 equals 6. Great work! Time to multiply fractions by whole numbers on your own.